guys, so I'm going to tell you about some pretty interesting things I've done. Because I am a Gryffindor through and through, I try to be brave, I'm very reckless and impulsive and spontaneous, and I can do some things that, looking back on, I probably shouldn't have done. Sometimes I say things before I think. But enough of the negatives. Okay, so here is a funny story about when I was a kid. Okay, so when I was like 6, 7, whatever, first grade, when I was in first grade, me and my class, we went, or was it all of first grade? I can't remember. I think it was all of first grade. So I went to a K-8 school, or at least up until 6th grade, and then I left. But anyway, so we had really tiny grades. Like, it was, in first grade, it was like, there was like maybe 90 of us, of all the first graders. And I don't know, and I can't even remember if it was all the first graders that went or just our class. I think it was all the first graders. But anyway, so we went to this farm. And, okay, the farm was a nice field trip. I haven't even been on a field trip in so long. But it was a nice field trip, and I was like, oh, hey, this is cool, this is fun. Because I was like 6 or 7 or whatever, and I was like really excited to be here. And anyway, so, the farm was a weird experience in itself, because they gave us like we got to play with these and hold these little baby chicks that were so adorable and cute, and it was the best thing ever, and we were just like, oh, they're so tiny and adorable. And then we also got to play with some baby little pigs, and they were so cute and tiny, and it was like, oh, because we were like 6 and 7 and stuff, and we were like, little animals, and that's like every kid's weakness. Like, don't lie. That's what like every kid's weakness is. But anyway, so, and then for lunch, I don't know what kind of sadistic, horrible person was running that farm. They gave us bacon and eggs. Like, that in itself is horrible, and I haven't had bacon since then because that scarred me so much, and I've had eggs before, but I just, like, whenever I think of that, I tend to think of that experience. So that was traumatic in itself. And okay, so for whatever reason, the teachers decided we were gonna have lunch in this farm, and they were gonna go sit on the other side of like a big barn or whatever, and on like the other side of like away from us, like half a mile away or whatever. And so we were left unsupervised. And that was such a bad idea. Like, we were a bunch of little kids, like 6 and 7-year-olds, who they left alone. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect sense. But anyway, so people didn't really like me at that school, and even then, they really did not like me for some reason. But anyway, so all the kids, so basically it was everyone against me. But anyway, so they were like, oh, hey, Zoe. And there was like this little, it's not so little, but it was like this shed thing. It's like shed, barn. It was like more of a shed, like, but bigger than a shed. But like, okay, you kind of get what I'm talking about, like dumpster size, but taller. And so anyway, they were like, I bet you can't climb up there. And me, being young and reckless and impulsive, which I'm still, all of those things, but I was more prideful then. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, because you don't think I can. Because these kids really didn't like me, but that's a story for another time. So I climbed up to the top, and it was like one of those pointed roofs, where or it has like that, or it's like a gingerbread house, and then it has the thing in the middle. It was like that. And so I was like maybe 12, 15 feet up in the air, which I'm pretty short now. I'm like 5 foot on a good day now. So back then I was even shorter, but I've always been very good at climbing things. So I was able to get up there pretty easily, which is really bad, like designing and stuff. But the fact that no teachers were watching us, okay. But anyway, so I climbed up to the top, I got on the thing, and I was walking on this little slim thing in between the two, like, where the roof met. And so I stupidly got to like 3/4 of the way across, and I was like walking, and it was not a good idea, and I fell off of the roof. I like slid, then I hit the ground, and I fell off the roof. Thankfully, I only sprained my ankle, and I didn't hurt anything else, but I did sprain my ankle. So, but it could have been way worse. But yeah, so that was a thing that happened. That is not even the weirdest thing or stupidest thing that has happened like in the past at that school or at that farm. I think that was it. But yeah, so that was the story of the time I fell off a roof because I couldn't say no to a dare. But yeah, so I will see you guys later. Bye.